Hi and welcome to my channel. If you have worked with Checkpoint and you are now starting to learn FortiGate, one of the first things you will notice is that the CLI feels quite different. And that's exactly what we are going to look at in this video. We are going to take a freshly installed Checkpoint, Security Gateway, and a freshly installed FortiGate, both running in EVE-NG, as we can see here on my screen. And perform the basic administrative tasks on both. So we are going to cover how to enter the CLI, how to get help, how to display the configuration, how to check the software version, how to change the host name, how to reboot, and more. I'm approaching this from the perspective of someone who already knows Checkpoint and is learning FortiGate, so I will also point out where the two platforms are conceptually different. And these commands might look basic, but they are extremely important because these are the commands you will use constantly when you are troubleshooting Firewall. So here I have my Checkpoint, new installed, and my FortiGate, the same, new installed. So I'm using these two virtual firewalls inside EVE-NG. The exact hardware requirements and installation process aren't the focus of this video. The important thing is that both firewalls are already installed and we have console access to them. I'll start with Checkpoint, demonstrate the command, explain what it does, and then perform the equivalent operation on FortiGate. So here I have console to Checkpoint, as you can see here, and we have a console to Fortinet. So let's start with Checkpoint. So when you connect to the console of a Gaia system, you'll normally be presented with the Gaia command line environment. So let's log in here. Okay. Obviously, we can't use Clish when we are on Clish mode. So let's try, depending on where you are, you may enter the Gaia Clish environment with the Clish command. But because we are in Clish, so the Clish command is invalid. Gaia Clish is Checkpoint's structured command line interface for configuring and monitoring the Gaia operating system. One important thing to understand is that Checkpoint has different command line environments. Gaia Clish is primarily for Gaia operating system configuration. This is different from the Checkpoint security gateway commands that we will encounter later, such as fwstat or fwmonitor. So Gaia has two modes, Gaia Clish and expert mode. So don't think of the Checkpoint CLI as one single environment. So now let's take a look at FortiGate. So after, let's log in here, same admin. Okay, so now we are logged in. This is one of the first differences you will notice. FortiGate CLI is built around a hierarchical configuration system. Instead of entering a separate shell such as Gaia Clish, you work directly with FortiOS commands and configuration contexts. For example, so let's grab our first command here, config system global. And then we can, for example, use show command here. Here, I'm entering a configuration context. And this hierarchical structure is something you will see constantly when working with FortiGate. Now back to Checkpoint. The second thing you should learn on any firewall is how to get help. You don't want to memorize hundreds or thousands of commands. Checkpoint's help system is better designed than FortiGate's. On Checkpoint, typing a question mark displays explanations for the preceding commands. So for example, let's type set, for example, and take question mark. that is not the best example. So take set and tab, and then take set DHCP, for example, and question mark. Still bad example. Cron, for example. Okay, so set cron. When you type question mark, it explains to you what does that do. So scheduling jobs in the system. And if you tab, you can see what options you have. You have job, you have mail too. Let's try BGP, for example. BGP and question mark. That best example, maybe triple R, maybe. Okay, here when you use the question mark, you get explanation. The triple R commands relate to computer authentication, authorization, and accounting. This explanation does not exist in FortiGate. So when you use the question mark, you get explanation. If you need to see what commands available, you tab once, and you see orders here for commands. So while pressing the tab, lists all available commands at once. On FortiOS, typing a question mark lists available commands, but pressing tab cycles through commands one at a time instead of displaying the full list. So let's type end here. If you type question mark, you see you get what commands do you have, but tab will go through all these, so no explanation, and this is a difference between the two. So this is one of the reasons I recommend that beginners don't try to memorize FortiGate commands. Instead, learn the structure. Once you understand the hierarchy, the commands become much more easier to discover. Now, let's compare show configuration. On Gaia, one of the commands you will use is show configuration. So let's type here show configuration. This gives you the current Gaia configuration in a CLI-friendly format. This is particularly useful when you are troubleshooting or trying to understand how the system has been configured. On FortiGate, configuration viewing works somewhat differently. So we can take this. So config system global first, and then we need to type show full configuration to get the same result as here. But don't think of these as exact one-to-one commands. So between FortiGate and Checkpoint. The important difference is how configuration is organized. Gaia exposes configuration through its Clish command structure, while FortiOS uses hierarchical configuration tree. So let's try to show a version on Checkpoint. So we can use this command, show version all, for example. So let's find out exactly what version we are running. As we can see here, this is one of the first commands you should run whenever you are working on unfamiliar with Firewall. You want to know the operating system version, build information, and potentially the install Checkpoint components. In a real troubleshooting situation, don't just say I'm running Checkpoint. You want to know exactly which release and build you are dealing with. And on FortiGate, so if we take end here, we can try get system status. Get system status shows us. And here we can see information about the FortiGate, including the FortiOS version. This is a good example of why memorizing commands based purely on vendor equivalents isn't enough. The purpose is the same. Tell me what this firewall is running, but the command syntax is completely different. So now let's change the hostname. So this might sound trivial, But proper host names become extremely important once you have multiple firewalls. So on Checkpoint, we can use, let's try set, as you can see, set hostname CP gateway 1. And we see directly that the host name changed here. So if you can see this is the new host name. So now the firewall identifies itself as CP gateway 1. On FortiGate, so we need to first config system global, and then we can choose to set host name, as you can see here. And here we can see that the hostname did not change, and that is because we did not use the end command here. When you use end, it changed the hostname and save. So we entered the system global. First, we entered the system global configuration context and modified the hostname there. And this is another example of the hierarchical FortiOS CLI. You don't simply execute every configuration command from the root. You often enter the appropriate configuration section first. So now let's try rebooting. Obviously, don't casually run this on production firewall. But here in our EVNG lab, however, it's perfectly fine to demonstrate. So on Gaia, the reboot operation is available through the Gaia CLI. We use the command reboot. So just type reboot, and yes, and it will reboot. Yes. So on FortiGate, we use the command execute reboot. Let's try that. Execute reboot. Yes, and system is rebooting. So FortiOS commonly separates operational commands from configuration commands. So you should start becoming familiar with the difference between commands such as config, execute, get, diagnose. This is a very important FortiGate concept, and we will come back to it in future videos. Let's wait until this is done rebooting. So now both are done, so let's log in again here. And admin on the other hand. Okay. So now let's try to the saving configuration concept. This is probably the most important conceptual difference in this video. This is where someone coming from Checkpoint can get confused when moving to FortiGate. So in Gaia, we use the command save configuration. So after doing any change, we type save config to save this change on our configuration. Gaia provides the save config command to save the current configuration. FortiGate works differently. FortiOS generally applies configuration changes immediately when you execute them. So when I do something like, let's take for example, so first let's try to go to the config system global and set host name as we have seen before. So let's change that to 2. Okay, as you can see, I have set the name to gateway 2, but here it's still 1. That is because we need to type end. With end, it will save change. So do the change and save the change. FortiGate does have configuration management and mechanisms for saving, backing up, and managing configurations. But everyday CLI workflow isn't simply make changes and then run save config in the same way as Gaia. So don't carry the Checkpoint mental model over directly. Okay, we have the 5 FortiGate CLI words you should memorize. First, config, which is used to enter configuration. Get, used to retrieve operational information. Diagnose, used heavily for troubleshooting and debugging. For example, later we will use diagnose commands when we are troubleshooting traffic, sessions, routing, and other problems. Execute, used for operational commands, and we have show, used to display configuration. And this is something I really want to emphasize. Don't try to memorize FortiGate's entire CLI. Learn the structure first. So here's our quick comparison. So let's take a look here. As you can see, Checkpoint and FortiGate can obviously perform many of the same tasks, but the CLI philosophy is different. Checkpoint Gaia uses a structured Clish interface, while FortiOS uses a hierarchical configuration model with different command families for configuration, operational information, and troubleshooting. So what I learned coming from Checkpoint, since I'm approaching FortiGate from a Checkpoint background, there are a few things that immediately stand out to me. Number one, don't assume there is a one-to-one command mapping. Number two, FortiGate's configuration hierarchy is something you need to understand early. Number three, learn the difference between configuration and operational commands. Number four, use the built-in help if you know how to navigate the CLI, and use the question mark. You don't need to memorize everything. And that's it for our first Checkpoint versus FortiGate CLI comparison. We started with the absolute basics, entering the CLI, getting help, viewing configuration, checking the version, changing the hostname, rebooting the firewall, and understanding how configuration is saved. But this is only the beginning. In the next videos, we are going to start configuring the actual network. We will look at interfaces, IP addresses, default routes, routing tables, and eventually firewall policies and NAT. And as we go through this series, I'm going to continue approaching FortiGate from a Checkpoint perspective. So if you are a Checkpoint administrator learning FortiGate, or a FortiGate administrator who wants to understand Checkpoint, this series should give you a practical side-by-side comparison. So if you found this useful, subscribe, because we are building the entire lab step by step. So this video is done here. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.